flexion. This is lumbar flexion. Okay? Knee. This is knee flexion. Okay. Foot. Foot. Ano ba yan? Saan ba? Tatayo ba ako? Sige, dito na lang. O, yan. Ayusin ang bias, di ba? Okay. So, in the foot, okay, we have what we call the dorsiflexion and the plantar flexion. Dorsiflexion is I'm gonna move the foot towards up, like this. So, this is dorsiflexion. Then, plantar flexion is towards the floor. Okay. Maybe you can use the word plant. Where do you see plant? On the soil, right? On the ground. Okay. So plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Okay. So those are the movement in the sagittal plane. Okay. So forward and backward, right? So flexion, extension. Okay. What is extension? So, I only did extension, right? Flexion. So, how to do extension? Okay, I start in the neck. Extension, if this is flexion, this is extension. Okay? So, for the shoulder, if this is flexion, this will be extension. Okay, as like reverse. Okay. Next, if this is flexion in the elbow, extension is just putting it back. Okay. This is extension. Okay. Wrist. Okay, I already mentioned, right? If this is flexion, this is gonna be extension. So if this is finger flexion, this gonna be extension. If this is thumb flexion, the opposite will be extension. Okay? Flexion, extension. Okay? Next. What else? Okay? Hip. Lumbar. If this is lumbar flexion, this will be lumbar extension. Okay? Next. Sorry. I forgot the hip flexion. Okay? If hip flexion, this is hip flexion. You will bend your, this is the hip, right? You have to bend your knee. Actually, you can also extend the knee. This is also hip flexion. This is also hip flexion. Okay? If I will do hip extension, this is hip extension. Okay? Flexion, extension. Flexion, extension. Okay? If this is knee flexion, this is knee extension. Okay? And then, by the way, your toes can only also move, They can flex, they can extend. Okay? Buti na lang, nakapagpapuls pa ako. Okay. Flexion, extension. Flexion, extension. Okay? For the toes. Okay? Next. Okay. What is hyperextension? Okay, hyperextension, we can do it in some part of your joint. Okay? So, for the spine, you can also hyperextend by bending too much. In your knee, you can hyperextend. This is, diba? This is flexion, extension. If you want to do hyperextension, you just have to move your knee backward. And then it's gonna be extended. Okay? Hyperextension. Okay? Right here, right? I extend my knee already. If I want to do hyperextension, I just move my knee more backward, then it will be called hyperextension. So, for my finger, if I want to do hyperextension, I just have to flip my finger more to extend. Okay? Okay? Ganun talaga siya. Okay? So, that is sagittal plane. Okay? Next, frontal plane. So, we divide the body into half, front and back. And the the activity that will move is what? Side to side, diba? He said side to side. Okay. So what are the actions? Okay. Adduction and abduction. Okay. The word abduction means motion away from the midline of the body. Okay. And then the word adduction means motion towards the midline of the body. Okay, this is your midline. And then what's the action for frontal plane? Okay, side by side. Okay, let's start for the joints that can perform what do you call it? Side by side movement. Okay, so when we do a side by side movement, I'm gonna add on this for the neck. Your neck can do lateral flexion. What is lateral flexion? You have to bend you're gonna put your ear towards your shoulder. This is lateral flexion. So, if I say lateral flexion to the right, this is my right side. I just move my neck here. Lateral flexion to the left, I just move my neck here. Okay, for my shoulder, okay, I'm gonna perform ABD, abduction. Okay? Abduction, shoulder. So, this is shoulder. If from here, I'm gonna move my shoulder. This is abduction. Okay? If I want it to be full range, okay, full range abduction, I have to move my palm upward so I can fully abduct my shoulder. Okay? So, this is 90-degree abduction. Then full range, I have to put my palm upward, then move my hand so I can fully do the full range of abduction. So I want you to all to stand up so at least you will feel it while you have to do it. Okay? Okay, so today's exercise. That's why I'm wearing rubber shoes. Okay? So, tell me what is easier. Okay? Try to abduct your shoulder from here, then move it from here. Okay? Then,